Yo.
Yo,
Yeah, sorry about that. Computer
you
acting up.
alright? You good?
Alright. So let me close that so that I can't get that to work. So let's get into it. DMV zone, RBE zone, intake one, fuse the general.
Yeah, big Showtime shit. Showtime Ballerina, DMV, Intake 1 first class shit, big BMG.
Facts.
What's up?
You know, just let's talk about it. You own Showtime Battle Arena.
Yeah.
Who's the biggest player you've had on your own league?
Uh, Probably Prez Mafia. I battled Jade on
Facts.
Showtime and Lex Luthor. No, I battled Castro on Showtime, but that's like when we first
Yeah,
started
that's
Showtime.
like the beginning.
That's
But
yeah.
but I mean,
So
we
it's
yeah,
a couple of them. I had a
true.
couple jumps on Showtime.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And if y'all not familiar, y'all need to go tune in. Y'all need to go tune in to what's going on for our Showtime Battle Arena.
Yeah, we got cell games coming up in a couple weeks. Twerk versus Jade going down September 2nd.
Facts. Marvelous versus Tay Smarter.
Yeah, got Spade versus LA Frogs. It's a couple of jumps on there. Couple sleeper jumps on there.
That's what I was just saying to Marvelous yesterday. I was like, damn, why I gotta be the same day as Maxo? But I'm like Marvelous said, I can get it and watch it later in the day. I can
Yeah,
always do that.
yeah.
So
That
I
just
think
so happened to land on the same date though, because we had that date out already, and then I mean I'm pretty sure they had that date locked in too. Just no announcement, so it just so happened to land like that. Cause I want to be shit. I want to see Big K versus Young Ill, so I wanted that. I wanted to be down there.
yeah. Um, biggest. So your biggest battle, we said Press Mafia, Castro, even though it's an older battle. Um, biggest
Jade,
artist that you've booked, far your league.
like outside of Twerk and Castro, outside of them. All right, maybe Shotgun Suge
Facts.
had Marv one.
Yeah. Yeah, you had some names. You definitely had
And
some names.
in the 10 going on 11-year span, I didn't had a lot of people, even people that's like bigger now when they battled earlier in Showtime, like people didn't know who they were, like type shit. So
Yeah.
it's been a couple names. You all right? Go ahead. Yeah, but I don't know. I would say Marv One and Shotgun Suge, those two of the bigger names outside of Twerk and Castro that I've had on Showtime.
Facts. Um, who's been your hardest battle? Far as like who you've battled on your league, who's been the hardest?
I'd probably say Lex. Lex was probably the only one that was different for me, for different different reasons. But I think that was probably the most interesting interesting one I've had. Like prepping for it, like I didn't really know what I wanted to do, what I wanted to say.
Mm. Um,
For a little bit. Plug it
is
in.
it harder being a battler or harder being a league owner?
A league owner, definitely. As a battler, I can, that's me. I can take care of myself easily. I've been doing that for a while, you know. But being a league owner, I have to deal with all these different type of personalities, different people, all these different views of shit. Some people that think they deserve more, some people think they deserve, bigger plates and all shit like that. A bunch of ego shit. But dealing with other people is way more difficult than dealing with myself. Like I have to. It's like I'm a battler, but most times I end up having to put the league first because I could have some shit going on, but I gotta take care of home first. You know.
That's a fact. That's a fact. How do you deal with when people back out as far as the battles?
Yeah, it's crazy. I just had just was talking about a back out. Uh, but it's like if you're familiar with my league, like if
Mm,
you've been here before, like everybody gets one. Like, everybody gets like you never know what somebody got going on. But if you constantly backing out or whatever and you want to get booked, like I won't book you. Like you either pay the back out fine or, you just, sit out that time until I decide to book you again. Most times I just sit niggas out for a year or so. Like you're not gonna keep wasting my time or money because already got your free shot.
yeah.
You don't want to keep. You're not about to keep taking advantage because there's a lot of shit that I work for. Like I work, I work a job. I can put all this money towards my kids or something. I don't gotta put it towards battle rap. So when you wasting my time, yeah, We're not gonna keep doing that. So that's simply how I deal with the back outs. You either pay the fine or you on the bench for a while.
That sounded about right because I think Marvelous basically said the same thing. So I just want to see if it's the same all around. Was it like a penalty of the sitting out, or they got to come up off some money? What about if they offer to make up the battle at a later date? Is that an option?
Depending on the situation, and reasonable because, like I said, shit happens, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it just like shit. Today I was having a rough morning, so like shit happens. I get it, so I'm not gonna. If it's a reasonable thing, then yeah, we can reschedule it. But if you one of the people that constantly come up with excuses or something, I'm not doing it. I'm not like I can't. I'm too far into this to keep putting time and effort into people that's not going to do their part, not going to show up when it's time to, not going to promote like shit like that. I don't got time for. So you do that shit somewhere else. You ain't gonna do it over here.
I know that's right. I know that's right. I, my other question: how much does it take, like money wise, to have a successful event? As far as like security, booking a venue, booking the battlers.
It depends on what size event you trying to have. Like you
Mm-hmm.
can have like a regular type event or like a big one.
Say like your event you got coming up.
Uh, that's that, that main event pretty expensive itself. It's definitely gonna be like you have to have a couple. I say a couple racks invested in this, depending on like it's twerk. Twerk and Jade. Like that's a big
Facts.
battle. Both of them.
Facts.
They work hard for their shit. They deserve what they get for their battles. So, but that's a bigger battle,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's a couple racks in itself. Uh, the venue is actually the venue that we're at. It's a boxing ring. It's my brother's boxing ring. I still pay my brother because we taking time out of his gym time to use the ring for battle rap. So I still
Mm-hmm.
give him what he needs. So we toss him something. You got to have the cameraman. Depending on who your cameraman is, it might be a couple hundred to 1,000. You know, shout out to all the cameramen at BS Showtime, mainly Rob BC. He shoot for URL TV. He real big out in the DMV. Rob do a lot of work with a lot of people. Rob be all over. Like Rob, one of the best shooters out there. So salute to Rob. Definitely gotta have that aside, like like I said, a couple hundred to 1,000, depending on who and where they coming from. Like you gotta pay for their travel and hotel as well, just like the battlers. So you gotta Yeah, I definitely say a couple racks. Like, 'cause I know at the minimum, at the minimum, it's gonna be
How often do you break even?
with regular cards pretty often. Like like bigger cards, like we made good money, but it's never like what you put into it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's really a gamble each card because you never know. Like it might rain that day, people don't feel like coming out that day.
That's a fact.
Somebody else, just like we were just saying, like somebody else might throw an event that day, and people might want to go to that event. Like it's just a bunch of shit you gotta factor in, but it's a real gamble every time. So I don't know. It's like it's a pretty even thing. Like I don't really I think it's only been once or twice that I had to like cover something out of my own pocket in the
Mm,
10, 11 years that I've been running Showtime after the event.
okay. Cause I be wondering, cause I'm like, okay, every time I turn around out here in like the DMV area, there's always an event. So I always wonder how much does it take to do an event? Cause I keep one
It
pop up
really
here, one pop
depends.
up here. So it's like,
It
okay,
really depends because if you got like access to like a venue, like I said, we got access like the gym. Kel, she got access to like martinis. Like you can pretty much throw events like as frequent as you want, as long as you got like a good connection with a venue and the cameraman. You know, and then if you got it like that, you can keep it going. You know, it's definitely a busy area in the DMV. But you know, shout out the new DMV. You know, that's everybody like we try and do something different, but it's a busy time right now. The end of the summer, everybody trying to get their big cards out the way, leading into the fall. You know, it's definitely a lot going on right now.
facts. Like this weekend, you got Kills with the OSBL 4 year anniversary. Then the following weekend, you have your event. So I'm like, now, do you talk to other league owners about like dates so like you guys don't kind of conflict with the dates? Or does it
Yeah,
not
in
matter?
the new, no, in the new DMV, we stay in touch when like we got some shit going on. We all make sure because we want to try and make it to each other's events as much as possible and show unity. And that's what it's about. Like me, I don't get out. Like I be at work most days. Like I work probably most times 6 days a week. I be tired when I'm at home. I got my kids when I'm at home, so I don't always make it out. But when I do, we always coordinate, and vice versa. Because Kel, she be busy, she be everywhere.
Yo,
We got 14 in the new DMV down in the 757. We got Pex and them out in Baltimore. They got a lot of shit going on out in Baltimore. So it's all over the place. But we all stay in touch and coordinated so we don't clash dates. We might be like a week apart or so, but the
mm,
dates ain't gonna clash and we still all gonna support each other's shit.
do you notice on events that you offer live streams that a lot of people use it
Yeah.
opposed to like
And
coming out?
yeah, especially since COVID, that's what really got us into doing live streams was COVID. We like we don't like we do a private Facebook group live stream so we can control like who we see coming in and out. And we know if it gets leaked or something, it's coming from somebody in here, and it's
Hmm.
easier to find out that way. And then we don't let a whole we only like for the Facebook live stream, we only sell like a certain amount, so we can keep controlling that group and see what's going on. Like we have a couple people that sit in there and just monitor everything, So it's definitely depending on the type of card you have, it's definitely a good option to have. Like unless you want just like a zone where people just gotta wait for the footage to drop, like a private event, something like that. But we definitely started that when we did just a card with just the battlers, a private event, just the battlers in the closed room, and it was basically management and a couple people there. That's when COVID first hit, and it was it was all right. We did good, and then we just kept doing it. When people kept saying, "Yo, y'all doing it, y'all doing this, y'all doing this, y'all doing this, and then it became a thing where all right, seemed like most cards we offer it, and it turns out pretty good because people don't, you never know, like I said, you never know what people doing, what pops up, so they want to still watch it if they can.
That's a fact. Because I'm thinking, I wanna watch Max Up, but I also like showing love to the local leagues. So if I am to buy it, will I be able to watch it like later that night or the next day
Yeah, we
if I
keep
buy
the
it?
groups up. We keep the groups up. Like it's still groups from 2 years ago on Facebook. You can go back and watch them. You can watch it even after the footage dropped because you see the unedited shit. You see like how the vibe was like all around the room instead of just like the camera angles that they got. The groups is still up to this day, so you can get to watch it as much as you want for real.
Oh well, because I definitely want to watch. I plan. Well, that's my goal. My goal is to be able to try to watch that after I watch Max Out. That's the goal. We gonna hope I can make my goal because battle rap is all in my pockets right about now. It is. Battle rap's all up and through my pockets.
Who you telling?
That is like I
Listen,
got pick
man.
and choose for the most part. Am I gonna watch this? Am I gonna watch that?
Battle rap is like I just got off the plane yesterday for my battle in Chicago,
Yeah, I
and
did see a picture
and
for that.
I went right to work after that when I landed. like, like I be busy, I be tired, but I'm always like it's I gotta keep getting to the money,
Oh yeah,
either way it
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Oh,
All right. I know you're running your league, but prior to you joining RBE and Take One, what were you doing?
prior to that, I told I was talking to my man's about it the other day. I was like, prior to that, I was really about to just chill out from battle rap because I had just got B Magic backed out at our 10-year anniversary card Doomsday when we had the Twerk versus Castro rematch. Had Marv one out here, Holmesy the guy, Jade versus Official. Like it was a big card for Showtime, and I didn't get to battle on it. And it's like, I mean, I still enjoyed the event, but it's like I had some shit for Magic. And before that, I got backed out on like 2 or 3 times by the same nigga. So it's like I was really frustrated with this shit. And I said, if nothing happened, my goal last year was to get on RBE. And then in December, when Wing, I seen 14 post the intake flyer, and I texted him. I hit him on Facebook. I texted him. I was like, "Yo, what's good with that? I'm trying to do whatever it takes to get in that process." He texted me back like, "All right, we gonna see." And then I seen Wing post it, and she said DM her a battle on Instagram. So I DM'd her. I had seen prior to that. I had seen Wing post a like an actual post like probably months. It might have been a year or so saying post a battle because she was looking for people for the one SK, and I had posted just one of my battles after the Ace battle, and I guess she ain't see that one. But when I sent her the Ace battle, she was like, "Fuse, yeah, of course, I know who you are." She was like, "Am I going to be comfortable doing this process? Because I have, you know, I have views and all this other stuff. And me personally, I don't carry myself like that. I mean, that's one battle that a lot of people recognize me for years ago. So I'm trying to make a name for myself right now. So I definitely did. I told her like I'm here. I want to do this shit, and whatever it take. I'm trying to be here into the Sweet 16. We here. Got another one coming up. Big first class shit.
Now, how do you feel about people saying Intake One is like kind of MIA? That's what I hear from like the other intakes.
It's crazy. We can't be MIA. We were the first ones here. A lot of people. We have the least amount of people in our intake because we had Shout out Profilini, K Venom. They graduated. They bricks now. They in the blue room like shaking shit, and they came from intake one. That's two people gone. We had people, removed from the process. It's probably only like 6, 7 of us left from intake one,
Okay.
and it's like tens. They had like 10, 20 niggas, and they 30 niggas in their class. It gets bigger each time, but it's not that we MIA, we just outnumbered. But each one of us, like you got Cash Kid, ATM, Shadow, who else? Preem. They still in the Sweet 16 top. The Hateful Eight. We still here. There's still quite a few of us here that's making noise.
That's true. That's true. I just ask it because, like, I've talked to intake 2, I've talked to intake 3, and I've talked to a couple of them in intake 4, and that's just the consensus that y'all
There's
ain't
a
nowhere
lot
to
of
be
them.
found.
It's
And
a
I'm like,
lot of them, and
no,
they
but
some
it's
talkative
y'all want to
niggas.
do it.
They some real talkative niggas, man. They like to talk, but it's like you gotta think if we still here, we didn't been through each one of these Jones. We got what probably one or two more battles than each one of y'all, depending on where you at in the intake. So it's like we've been here this whole time. Y'all still getting y'all feet wet, like we are too, but we more out there than you right now. Like intake 4 ain't even battled, and they do a lot of talking, and it's different when you stand in front of those lights. It's real different. Like it's a couple of them, they spinning the block, or they got pushed back because they battling happened on a previous intake. So like they've battled already. Like Uncle Nini, he fired. He had one of the I think one of the best performances on the intake, and his promotion is A1. Like he sells his fights. Who else? It was C Dot in there. C Dot was in.
Marvelous.
Yeah. They both of them was first class. It's like they got experience here, but they just surrounded by a lot of talkative niggas. Like just a lot of niggas that ain't there yet, ain't been there yet. They don't know what it's like until they standing there. Like, cause a lot of people go in there, like they talk too much, and then they get in the ring, and then it was like, what the fuck was that? Like I just watched the battle yesterday when I was at the airport. I was watching King Madison versus Knight the Poet, and I'm sitting there like, I commented, I was like, ain't no way.
I turned it off. It was just that. It was just that bad. Like King
Oh
Madison had
man.
some bars, but his energy kind of lacked. And then I've seen Night the Poet before because he did the PGs. He did
I
Crucible.
never seen him, but Madison, my bro, shout first class. He another one still here. But when intake 1 happened, me and Madison, we stepped every time there was a break. We stepped out to the side and we sparred our rounds like 3 or 4 times. Every time it was a break, so we went in there ready, like we was in war mode already. And like his energy with this battle, it wasn't the same. He was more relaxed. The bars and the pen was there. It's just he
Yeah,
was more laid back than it was. I don't know what it was, but I definitely like his marvelous performance better. He had he had great schemes in this battle, but he had I think more standout lines in the marvelous battle. Like
yeah. I was
that
watching it. I
squeeze in a
turned it off.
lemon shit. That squeeze in the lemon shit. That was fire. That they said the marvelous. Then he finished it with finished up the car scheme right after it, and he had more stick out shit in the marvelous jump.
Yeah, I turned that battle off. And I was one that said, oh, I wanted to see when King Madison had another battle come, but I was like, him lacking the energy kind of just it kind of took me out of wanting to watch it. And then when Night the Poet was rapping, I'm just like,
Yeah,
it's
I
like
definitely
cricket.
feel you on the energy. Yeah, the dude was talking about crowd control, doing the SpongeBob hands with the imagination shit, and then quit right after it. Like you talking about crowd control, and you lost
Yo,
your own shit.
salute battle algorithm. Salute to you on the salute to you. That's all I'm gonna say. Salute to you on the super
Uh,
chat. Yeah. I guess I will be watching a lot more battle rap with that. Yeah, definitely will. Salute to you, battle algorithm. Um, you do got a battle coming up. Can you say who you're battling?
It's I got can we say who we battling? I don't know if we say like I mean it's been public already. The nigga tagged me in his promo and shit. It's trash promo. Shout out to him. Uh but
I know who you're
I
talking.
got
Hold on.
I
I
think you
think I
had an
know.
interview on the other day, the
Oh,
boring nigga.
Danga?
Nah.
No,
Nah,
no. Innate?
yeah, Nate. Is it N8? Is it Nate?
I say N8, but I think it's Nate. But
Bro, like I'm like, bro, when I'm writing this shit, I'm like, damn, I don't want to name flip it, and nobody's sure of his name.
facts.
Oh man, but yeah, I got him. He tagging me in a lot of trash ass promo, and I don't appreciate that. Like if you like when leading up to my last RBE joint, me and Ghost, like Ghost was talking heavy shit, and that's what motivated me to even do my promo because it was like, all right, you talking a lot of shit, and like I'm not one of the like I don't be on Twitter Spaces like that. Like I'm at work most of the time, so I detail cars. I work around a lot of machines, and it's a mechanic bay right next to me, so that's even more machines and shit. So I can't hear shit or I can't talk, but I be listening. But the one time I got on there and me and Ghost went back and forth, like it got heated. Like the niggas had to mute us, then niggas left the speakers, and then after that, the nigga was talking some more shit. And I was like, all right, bro. That's enough. I had enough of this. And I went and did my promo, my Ghostbusters promo. And when I dropped that, it shook shit for like 3 days. Like I was getting big shares, big likes, everybody commenting, laughing, tagging the next nigga. Like, yo, no, that's one of the best promos. Like it's been Uncle Nene, Osiris, them the ones who inspired me to do a promo like that when
Now
they
that's
did
funny.
their
You mentioned Osiris. I did not know that Osiris was Lou Castro's brother. I did not know that.
yeah, big Showtime shit. Those my people. Them the bros. But yeah, that's definitely Castro little brother. You
Because
can
I was,
see it. Like once you know, you see it, and like you hear it in like they voices, they styles.
the voice,
Yeah.
I was like, he
It's
sound
something you
like
can't.
Castro.
Like we got a Showtime group chat, and Osiris' name in the chat is Lou Castro little brother, and then Castro's name is Osiris big brother in the chat.
That's hilarious,
That's
though.
just something that's gonna stick with him. It's gonna
It
stick with him his
is.
whole life. As long as you battle rap, you gonna be Lou Castro's little brother.
Mm-hmm. They ain't gonna remember what your name is. Oh, you mean Lou Castro, little brother? Yeah, that guy.
It's like when people be like, they battle Burke Bucks and like you Tay Rock's cousin. It's
Yeah.
something that's just gonna stick with you.
Yep.
You're gonna be constantly compared to the nigga and all that shit. But it's like Osiris, he's more into it with his pen than Castro is. He tries to add more of a performance. Like sometimes it comes off like Castro, but it's like they literally grew up together under the same
Yeah.
roof. Like they have the same mannerisms, like they are literal brothers. So it's like you kind of expect that shit. But it's like it's definitely a
They've
little different.
they've never done like a 2-on-2 or anything together, have they?
Nah,
That would be
I know
interesting.
they talk about it, but I don't. It ain't happened yet.
I would be interested to see that.
Yeah, both of
I
them
really
been
would.
busy. You know, Castro be on it. Castro everywhere. You know,
Facts.
Osiris in the intake. He getting busy. He had a couple drops on RBE.
I liked his uh what's the battle? What's the battle? I'm trying to- Was it Nene that he battled?
That was his first one.
I like that
That shit was
performance
fire. Yeah.
better than I like the other performance with him and which Khan was doing the pushing back and forth. I ain't
This
really
is the
enjoyed
thing. Like we got there, we hopped out the car. Like I had to go. I had to go get him. Then we went out there. And so we got there, and I battled first that night. Like, I battled, like, probably 10, 15 minutes right after we got there, the first battle of the whole weekend. So I got my shit out the way. And then this nigga, he drinking and shit. I'm like, bro, relax. Wait till after your battle. it's like he was just in his zone. He was feeling it, and then I don't know what happened when he battled. It was just he was just too aggressive. I told him like during the battle, it was like, all right, you do what you do, but after the battle, I had to like, yo, bro, like you need to calm down with that because it was unnecessary pushing back and forth. If you're gonna push somebody, then you gotta be able to, you take it
Yeah.
back and you pushed. I told him you pushed him about two, 3 times. So it's like you deserved it. Whatever happened, if it got to that point, whatever happened happened. But after the fact, you still gotta like, yeah, just calm down, bro. Because both of them, it threw both of them off. Like,
Facts.
like the energy. Like I told Osiris, like yo, he was doing too much with it. And then when spoken after the shit calmed down, like the energy just wasn't the same for him. It was just like the battle could have been a whole different battle if there wasn't all the physical bullshit. You just gotta if you're gonna do it, you gotta be able to take it back. Pause if necessary.
Yeah, because somebody gonna think
Yeah,
you
somebody
wild
like
for it.
yeah, somebody gonna say, "Yeah, hold on now."
Like somebody's gonna definitely think you wild for saying that. Um, do you want to see more of your Showtime guys come to RBE?
Me personally, I don't care, what they choose to do with their battle career. You can go to RBE, you can go to URL, you can go to King of the Dot if they did some shit. You can go to, the trenches. I'm that's on you. Everybody got their own career. Like even when I first got into this intake process, I made that clear to Wing. Like, yeah, I'm here because I want to be here. This is for my career, not nobody else. Like, Twerking Castro, they come to my league. They come from my league, and they over there doing their thing. And that's great for them. I'm over here trying to build me. So that's where I want to be. So like after that, when they intake 2 was about to start up, I told niggas like in the Showtime chat, like, yeah, there's more opportunities if this is the route you want to take. And that's how Osiris got into the jump because he went into the spaces. He listened to Wing. He's DM'd her a battle, and then boom, he was in intake 2. So it's like that, whichever path they want to take, that's on them. Like I don't like my job is to take care of here at home. What you do over after that, like you become a big enough battle, you get attention. Do you, bro? Like go make your money.
Mm,
The moves that you're a grown ass man at the end of the day or
that's a
woman.
fact.
Like you gotta do what you feel is right for you. So I don't really care where they go. I would if more people from Showtime come to RBE, we lit over here. I mean, I'm still earning my way in the RBE, but if they want to take that process, then that's that I tell them it's a good investment in yourself. Like you got to do it. You got to do what it takes to get here. But once you're there and you show like this is really something that you're serious about, then they gonna fuck with you even if you don't win your battle. You still building connections and it's a whole nother fan base. You still get a drop on RBE.
That's a
You know,
fact.
that's a
I think
lot of
that's the best part about it. That
it's
even if you don't
definitely
win, you get that. You still get the
the
drop.
RBE intake process is really what made this year made me put the drive in me to want to do like actually battle again because it's like the competition level is like you can end up battling anybody. Like I was supposed my first intake battle, I was supposed to battle a nigga named Dad 15, but then like
Oh, I'm familiar with that.
a week or two before the battle, it got switched to Showstopper.
Familiar with
And
that.
so I had to, and then that was a crazy battle. Shout out to him meeting that he in intake 3 now. He he battled Q Morgan, another one that's still here from first class. They had another drop, so they both still here. But it was a good battle. I really fuck with that battle. It was because a lot of people sleep on me like when I first got into the intake, it was a oh shit, people recognize me from the Ace jump. Then when he got added to the intake, niggas like, well, I don't know no more Fuse. You might get smoked like the switch up. I was like, oh, all right, bet that's cool. And then when we did our face off on the spaces, niggas like he was talking to me like like I wasn't shit. I ain't done shit. I ain't battled nobody. I was like that's what I like to hear. Like when I'm battling somebody, like, oh yeah, tell me what you really think. That's because I'm gonna show you exactly why I am who I am, and each time that's what happens. Like even if you feel like don't win the battle, like
Mm,
you leave the battle like oh no that nigga fuse was snapping. Like you're gonna remember something that I said that's gonna stick with you.
that's a fact. That is a fact. Now, I know I always ask, I've been asking everybody, I'm like, Sweet 16, do you feel everybody deserved their spot? And for the most part, everybody's answer is yes. So I'm like,
Like
all
we
right,
here for a reason. Like
facts.
shit, it was a dude. Hold on. It was a dude I watched Hollywood. Like he choked and but he was wilding the whole round. Like he choked and still won his battle. Like and he in the Sweet 16. Like he deserved like even though he fucked up, he still had a better performance than a lot of people that day or that weekend because it was a
Mm.
2-day card. So it's like you can't tell a nigga like, yeah, I fucked up in my battle and I still won. Like he's obviously chosen for a reason. Like they see something there that they want to, put a little more, time into to see where it can go. So he's everybody in the Sweet 16 is there for a reason. Shit, me and my opponent from the last Joan are in the Sweet 16. Shout out to Ghost. Like we both went in there and did what we needed to do to advance. So it's not about winning and losing. Because it's a lot of people say Ghost won and some people say I won, but we both made it in there. So we both still got a chance. We battling somebody else, and then if we beat them niggas, we go into the intake versus the bricks. So like we in a running to do some major shit by the end of the year, and then
Mm.
going into the next year, who knows what the fuck going on? Because Wing stay with a plan, Lawrence, ARP, all them like they busy, they all busy doing something. You never know what's gonna happen. Like Uncle Nene, shout out to him again. He get ARP done mentioned him a couple times in like a blog or something, just one of his lives or something. It's like and that's from the intake process that you getting recognized like that now. So it's like you never know what's gonna happen.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact. Then I followed that up with, do you feel there's any weak links in the Sweet 16? Of
Sweet
course,
16.
of course, some people feel there's some weak links in it, but I'm like, okay,
My
I think,
head,
I mean,
I wouldn't say no weak
it's on the
links.
tape.
It's some people. It's some people that's not gonna be your preference and type of battler you like. Like some
True.
people, there's people like King Benny, the nigga. He talk heavy. Like he'll throw a punch in there and in there somewhere, but he's gonna bark on you. Like you might like that energy more than you like punchlines and shit. So that and then you got people like ATM freestyles, like freestyle rebuttals and shakes the room. He nigga was like in a turtleneck or something. Like you just might give him style points or some shit. It's like you can't tell me nobody in the Sweet 16 is like it's a preference thing, and there's different preferences. So there's somebody for anybody out there in battle rap that want like some you gonna find somebody in the Sweet 16 you fuck with. So I'm not gonna say that there's wink links. I can't even think of everybody off the top. But it's like
Like even when
I can't I
I
can't
was
think of one
naming
that I
them,
would say is weak, because shit, you had to beat shit. We more than halfway through the process. That's over
facts.
like 100, like 50, like to 100 niggas that's been through the process. Like you didn't beat a lot of niggas already. Like you
That's a
still in the
fact.
running.
That's a fact. I agree with you when you say it's preference. Because some people's styles they cool to me, and then some other people's styles just like really stick out to me. So I get it, but most of the ones that had the opinions are like intake four. Intake four had most of the opinions.
Bro, I'm not gonna hold you. Like every time Wing came up with a new intake, she would say, "This would be the best class. This would be the best class." And then when she came to intake 4, she was saying it, and then I didn't hear her say it much after that. Like, I think she started to see what we saw after all the announcements was made, because I ain't hear her say this is going to be the best class in a while. So these intake 4 niggas, they just, like I said, they real talkative. Like Nate, whatever the fuck his name is, the nigga with the letter and the number. This nigga, he tagged me the other day, and like he took a picture of me and put it on a Drake cover, and then listed a bunch of songs like it was my tape. And I'm like, bro, like I shared it and got more reaction calling your shit trash than you actually did trying to promote that. It's like the you gotta be more creative. Like that's niggas was doing that shit years ago. Like that's basic Photoshop shit. Like I'm not even no Photoshop nigga. Like Ghost was literally like the first promo I did that I took effort to do something. That was just me and Osiris. Like shout out to Osiris. He helped me film the joint on the phone. Then we edited together. Boom, and that was that. But this nigga, like, he did a basic ass Drake cover with my picture on it, with a bunch of random ass songs, like talking about one of them was like, what was it, URL and RBE. I was like,
Yeah, URL versus RB. I was like, yo, he put some
like,
time
bro,
and some thought into this.
it was not, but they weren't good thoughts, because this shit is real basic. It's like you're giving away shit that you clearly want to talk about, but it's like, bro, you know how many people didn't. First off, I was never a URL battler. I had a URL battle. There's plenty of people you battle on a platform. That don't mean you're one of them.
Yeah.
Just like I'm still earning my way into RBE. I'm a RBE representative because I'm in the intake process, but I'm not a part of the RBE roster right now.
Yeah.
So it's like you saying little dumb shit that it's like, bro, like a lot of people that you cool with have been through crucibles and shit. Like my battle was 4 years ago. I got more RBE battles than I got URL battles. So it's like,
that's a fact.
It's like you saying little shit that don't matter. Even Showstopper, he mentioned my URL battle, and it wasn't nothing, groundbreaking. Like, after Ace, you know how many battles I've had that people talk about this, and I'm like, bro, I hadn't had over 20 battles since Ace, probably over 30 battles since Ace, and y'all still talking about one thing. And it's just like, it don't hit like that no more, and people don't learn that shit.
No.
So it's like, you got to put more thought into your promo, because that is shit I've been hearing for 4 years now.
Yeah, because who else I asked? I asked JDK that same question about, people gonna say, oh, you did URL, now you're doing RBE's basic, their process. So I'm like, is it really something for people to talk about? Because I'm pretty sure you've heard it on your battles now. And he was like, nah, but somebody gonna mention it.
If somebody's trying to like earn brownie points, thinking just because they mentioned something, it's like, oh, I'm a shake the room with this one. Oh, you was at URL doing it. I'm like, that was years ago. You never know. Like, I didn't have an opportunity over here, and not every opportunity is for you. Like, if you're doing both, switching sides and all that snake shit, that's one thing. But if you like you go see people transfer all the time. Like, you might go to this building, work at this Walmart, you get into it with somebody, that shit not for you. Transfer over to the different Walmart. You want to still battle rap, but that's not where you don't that shit don't fit you. This one over here might fit you. Shit. People act like there's not 1,000 leagues out there. People are gonna move around. Like, you don't even stay in the same house for most of your life. You move. You outgrow some things. You gotta develop as a person and as an artist to know where you really want to go. Like, I've been battle rapping 10 years, and then the intake process, that's like that shit is my speed. I fuck with that. And like, that's leading into other opportunities and shit. Like, that's why I'm comfortable here. Like, that's my thing. Like, I did good on my URL battle. It's one of the shit, especially in the DMV, one of the most talked about jumps from around here. It was one of the last big PGs. Like they don't even do PGs no more.
Nope.
So it's like that's cool. I did that over here, but now like I'm over here, and I'm trying to build myself a name and more memorable shit. Like you want to give you new shit to talk about, not bars and shit from 4 or 5 years ago.
Facts. Facts. But I gotta ask it because I know somebody was gonna drag it. Was gonna drag it with either
It's been
you or
dry.
drag it with JDK. That's what I was like.
No,
Now is
it's a
there a
bunch of
big
people
difference between
in the
that process
processes.
is there a big difference between the two?
Well, in the PGs, it's different than I guess how they do the crucibles. I wasn't part of the crucible process, but the intake I will say is way more hands on. Like Wing has us like we set up the intake for spaces schedule. Like she had us
Mm-hmm.
like setting up our own shit just to get your name out there. Like I don't make all the spaces and all that, but there's a damn near a space every day. It's probably like a day or two on there where there ain't no space, so you can pop in on one, and check things out. But it's not it's way more hands on, is what I was saying. Like Wing talks to everybody, like in the group chats. Like she makes sure you know what's going on. She try if she can't get in contact with you, it's obviously because you're not paying attention to something. Because it's a group chat is like group chats for this part of the process, that part of the process. Like there's different ways you going. She might sense it. Like she got bricks that are probably trying to contact you if she can. Like she got people that's trying to contact you if you doing what you're supposed to. If you might miss something, but if you're not getting it, then that's most of the time it's on you. Like shit happens, of course, but most of I've seen a lot of a lot of people trying to reach out to other people to help. But it's like we are doing something every day towards building us over here. Like when I was doing the PG, like it was a group chat of niggas, and they explained what we was doing that weekend, but then that was pretty much it. Like there wasn't too much going on. So like I said, there's way more hands on over here, and then
Way
some
more
people need
organized.
that. Yeah, some people act like it's a lot to tune into a space or promote or something, and I'm like, it's the basic shit you need to do for a battle rapper. Like even if I don't talk in the spaces because I'm always at work, I listen in when I can because I'm trying to stay in tune with everything. Dates, more announcements. Like we do in the spaces is always something different. The topics, like they do the verses, like they're about to do a song verses. I think it's tonight. It's ATM versus Trap
Ooh, that should be
Bandicoot.
real good.
Yeah, I
Might
think
have
it's
to
a
watch that.
five verse five song. Then they do the round verses, like we did that. I did that last week. It was me versus Notes in the round for round verses. Of course, I I took that round, but big first class shit. But it's different shit, and it's fun and it's interactive because they give everybody a chance to speak.
Who is the best puncher and the best pen from intake one?
One punching, like besides myself, because
You can include yourself.
no, I'm not going to, because I'm gonna say me. But I fuck with Cash Kid. Cash Pen is crazy. Like when we got our opponents for the intake three jump, the flyer dropped, and then Cash called me the next day and had like a 5-6 minute round. Just I'm like, this nigga went right to work, and he was just spitting. I'm at work listening to this nigga. I'm like, I had to step away, like, yo, bro, chill out. Like I'm at work, I can't react like I want to. It's like, but the nigga was just punch, 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 punch. It was so many wordplay bars and shit. I told him like, you can't say all those, but they was still fire. So it was like you gotta condense this shit. But it was a lot to condense. Like his round still came out kind of long, but it was a fire round. If he would have spit that whole 6 minutes, that he had the day after it was booked, like announced and shit, then it would have been a whole different jump. But I've definitely fucked with Cash as a puncher, like because it's rapid punching. Like I punch rapid, like I have like bar after bar after bar, and Cash do that, and then Cash performs with it. Like he's real animated with his bars. And pen wise, I fuck with Shadow. Shadow's pen is like we was sparring. He was breaking down like a bar he had, like a spiral bar, and like just listening to how layered this shit was. Like I fuck with ATM pen too. Even like his freestyles, they be so fluent most times that it sound like it was some written shit. It's like so he puts thoughts into it to where it's not like no basic rebuttal. But like even the shit he written out, like you gotta listen to it, and it's not no just some random shit. It's connected in some way, and it's gonna tie together and like some crazy shit. But I fuck with both of them, pen wise. Uh, but yeah, I think them three, it might be biased because I've witnessed this shit since first class, so I've I've seen the progression in just the one or two battles, so maybe that's why. But I've definitely fucked with them three.
Best pin puncher in intake 2 and 3.
I'm spoken is definitely the best puncher in intake 2. 3, I'm not so sure about. Uh, maybe with Ghost, like Ghost stepped his shit way up from him versus Q Morgan to when me and him battled. It was a whole different nigga. He was writing on a whole different level. So he in intake 3. So I'd probably say him. I'm trying to think of who else in intake 3. Uh,
Gary wordplay.
I definitely
Uh,
big new DMV. Gary and Wordplay, them the bros. I fuck with Wordplay. I fuck with Wordplay for a long time. Like even when he was first coming up, we used to spar a lot, and to see how his pen has progressed since then to now, and this is like a probably a 4 year span, 3 4 year span. Like his shit is way different, and like him versus Swervo was the battle that made me like, nah, this nigga, he's ready to take shit to the next level. And that battle's probably like a year or two ago on like our on the new DMV card when we the first time around. But definitely Wordplay. I've always fucked with Wordplay. Gary is probably one of the most entertaining niggas in the intake. Like all around entertainment. Like he sells the fights. Like he be on spaces. Like he be on. Like when Gary's in there, you gonna know that he's in there. He gets your attention one way or the other, and then he has bars and shit with it. So I always fuck with them way before the intake.
let's see. If you could pick a brick that makes sense for you to battle, who would it be and why?
Uh,
Because I know they're supposed to pick y'all, but if you could pick, who would it be and why?
I shot at a couple bricks, and then it's like me and I always say me and Breed, but it's like me and Breed was something before RBE. Like when me and Breed was supposed to battle, that's when he first got booked for his 1SK on the first max out jump. So after that, like he was going on. Yeah, my bad. I got a phone call. You can hear me? You can hear me? What was we talking about?
You said you were supposed to battle Jay Breed.
Oh yeah, me and Bree, we did a Showtime versus the News Battle League card, and that was one of the battles that was originally booked, and then he got booked for Max Out, so then it got switched to me and Notes, and Notes doing his thing on RB now too, so it's like it was still a good battle and all, but that's where me and Bree started. I shot at Infrared the General, for obvious reasons. I shot at I shot at Peaches, and it wasn't like no, I threw a haymaker or nothing. I just did something to get her attention, and then it got her attention because she tagged me on Twitter talking shit. So that's all I really wanted. And then she said it. I know she didn't say it to other people, but she said she battled me if we could do the intake versus bricks and all that. I shot at Coach. And then, I know Coach is the top brick. Like Coach is one of my favorite bricks, and that's the only reason I shot at this nigga. It's like you gotta shoot at niggas that you want to be in competition with. Like that nigga, he punched and I punched. So eventually, I don't expect that to happen no time soon. But I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna start some shit just to make it happen. I fuck with Cav. Cav said he won battle too. Uh, I don't know. It's a couple of. I'm really down to smoke any of them niggas, especially for they spot. But those niggas that I shot at, those are the ones I think make me, reach a level that I need to. But any of them for they spot, definitely a die.
And my last and final question: do you have a dream battle?
Literally, it was always be Magic because that's like I said, I'm a puncher and I want to test my punches against somebody, and he's a big influence on me and my I not how he flow his shit, but like I punch rapid back to back because I always fuck with Magic. Like I don't think we punch the same because like I said, he flow with his shit. Mine are just I'm just worried about hitting you hard as I can. But I definitely always fuck with B Magic, and then when it didn't happen, it's like I just I don't know. I didn't want to really go back to it. Because like I said, at that point, I was really just ready to hang it up with battle rap. So, but after that, I don't know. I don't really have no dream battle after that. But yeah, I got battles that I want, but I wouldn't call them dream battles.
We're gonna manifest you stay in the Sweet 16, and you
I'm
get
trying
your
to get.
break the
Yeah,
battle,
I'm definitely.
and you get your
I'm.
contract.
Listen. I'm here. I'm ready to show this nigga Nate, however the fuck you want to pronounce it. Like, listen, this spot, like you spinning the block, that's cool. It's no more lives after this. It's game over because I'm really tired of niggas that ain't been doing shit, ain't been, you know, they want to be talkative all of a sudden. Like you've been quiet, since spoken with your ass. Don't come out the cut talking to me like you about to do something and like I've been putting in work this whole time. No breaks. I've been battling in between the intakes and I'm still showing out each intake. I ain't seen nothing from you. No noise, no nothing. Like you've been quiet. Stay that way. Because, it's going to be that way after I smoke your shit. Because you ain't coming back no time soon. Simple shit.
You heard it first here. Talks with Jay. Fuse the General. DMV's on, RBE's on, Intake 1's on, Sweet 16's on. Tell them where to find you.
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Fuse the General _ Just Fuse the General on Facebook. And that's really all I be on. You can follow my league, Showtime Ballerina. Cell Games is in a couple weeks. New Jersey Twerk versus Jade going down. Got Taste Smarter versus Marvelous. LA Frost versus Spade. Scotty Good from We Go Hard versus Vito Cognac. It's some crazy crazy battles on this card. So definitely get the live stream if you can't pull up. But yeah, that's it, man. Showtime
Hope,
Ballerina, Showtime versus everybody, first class, BMG.
and then hopefully the next time we talk, we'll be talking about which brick you're battling.
Definitely. Now we'll be back. We're gonna manifest that. Definitely about to manifest that. So
Facts.
now, thank you for having me.
Sure.
We be back. Just everybody sub to the page. Talks with Jay. Salute to y'all.
Salute.